Hello everyone, welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. If you like our content, please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. If you're interested in learning more about the Bronze Age format and the Majestix Open Series, please check out openseries.majestixccg.com. Also, if you want to learn about Heroclix strategies, tactics, and lists from the game's top players, please visit majestixccg.com/apex-insiders. Lastly, if you're looking for Heroclix singles, please visit our eBay stores at stores.ebay.com/MajestixHeroclix and stores.ebay.com/ClicksCollective. All the links for everything I just talked about is below in the description. And again, my name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
Yeah. So I got some new tech.
It looks good, man.
Yeah. So hopefully it sounds better to everyone out there. I'm gonna be recording some more videos for more like strategy stuff and top 10 lists and stuff like that. Because we need to put up more content. So I just didn't do it just because I didn't have the software and the hardware. Now we have both. And shout out to Dave, Mr. Clixo, and he's now earned that name because he does all my thumbnails.
Nice.
Have you seen the videos? The acquisition videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does all the apart from him being in the store also like helping me do it, he does the thumbnails for me.
Nice.
He's quite adept at doing his at that stuff. So maybe it could be a new line of work, Dave.
As soon as he got Photoshop, he was running.
Yeah, but he doesn't even use that. He's so much he's so resourceful. He uses a lot of like free software, things like app softwares that he goes that he ends up making his own stuff without having to pay for anything. So that's really good because a lot of the stuff is like it's a one-stop shop, but you gotta pay.
Yeah.
Well, he knows like all the different. I'll go here to do the art like this. I do this for this, and then I do this for the music, and it's all this kind of like. Of course, it takes some work, but if you put in the time, you can definitely do all that stuff for free. Yeah. So that's really cool. So shout out to Dave.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's been him and Shane and Fabian have been helping me out at the store. Obviously you guys been watching a lot of the videos that we do with the ones unboxing. So we have we're working on a big one now too. So it's just been taking a long time. You saw that one, right, on the Instagram where it's just like
all the boxes,
but it was like a jumbled mess when it first got in.
You said, oh my God. With all the different. Is it the one that showed up on my page? The one with all the boxes, right, with the Phoenix Buster.
I think so. Yeah, where it was just like a video. It was an Instagram video that was just looking, and it was just like all just. Oh my God! Like somebody just decided to just
hodgepodge.
Like you know what it is? It's like when you put all the ingredients in a bowl and you toss it with like a salad, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he did because then it was just nothing is in any set, so we had to do everything individually. So between the three of us, in 2 days probably took 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours, sorting all the cards because the cards were also not in the set, so we had to. And then they weren't even in order too, so we had to put them in order and find all the figures. And oh man, that's not even counting if like, does this guy have his web marker? We're just like, hopefully if it's there, it's there. If not, I mean, we got extras, but still, ugh. But anyway, you didn't you did the mock on Thursday, but
I did.
You didn't do it on Sunday.
No, it was my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I know, right? Longest thing I've ever done.
So it's the what is it? Common law, right? What is the common law marriage or whatever?
Common law kicks in.
You reached you reached tenure. That's tenure in marriage, right?
Solid. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, it was fun. We went hiking with the kids, and then the restaurants still aren't really open for eating. So we got DoorDash some sushi because after we got married, we went to a sushi buffet in Hawaii. So it was cool. Nice. Yeah, it was fun.
Look at that. So that was the whole day, right? Like you from like all the way up until
Well, there's more that happened later in the evening, but we can talk about that.
Yeah. That's behind the paywall.
Exactly. So it'll be in the next article.
But on Thursday we had our first mock where it was
Fantastic Four
Legal.
So yeah, let's check it out. Here we are.
And congrats to Rob. I think this is his second mock that he's won.
I believe
hopefully you're keeping track of all the ones that are doing all that.
Yeah. I haven't updated into like the qualifier. I just have to update it after that, but it's all on the page. It's really easy. Here we are. You see it, right?
Yeah.
So he had the Von Doom twins on the Fantastic Four team paired up with the Black Leopard, the Thing, and Invisible Woman. Objects were spin, Pym particles. Special terrain was the boxing ring. Stark Tower location bonus, 9 points of IDs, which was Cyclops student, Jean student, and Iceman student. He had 34 points of the Indigo Tribe power battery.
Jeez. So it's a full-on FF. Cool. And is it Invisible Woman just because she's just like the 40 point that flies or something? Because she why her? Is it defend or?
The only game I saw her, the only game I really saw Rob play was in the finals, and he kept her in the back the whole time. He did absolutely nothing with her.
Yeah, that's what I looked at. Like, so what does she do? Is it just because it's a 40-point piece she has a stop click, right? Defend. Yeah, she has a but same with all the other 40-point guys. But looks to me that it's because did he use the defend on her at all? Because she has top click defend.
He moved out pretty quick, and like you said, he literally left her in the starting area next to power battery and didn't do anything with her all game.
So what was the plan here? It's just Thing bringing up Bubba Chuck.
Yeah, so he just kind of moved the Thing up, and Bubba Chuck and the two bystanders of the second wave. He moved up Valeria, Franklin, and Black Leopard as the main to the boxing ring. And he was going against Craig in the finals. Craig was what was Craig playing? Craig was playing Doom with the Photon and the Groot trick. So he clicked up to third. He got two. So Craig brought over the bystander, Dr. Leslie, popped it, got doubles. So he clicked it up twice. And then the next turn, he decided instead of bringing another Pog over, he decided to go for Franklin to get him to a stop click. I don't know if that necessarily was the right choice because he lost momentum after that. And Franklin was on a stop click, so he killed something because he's a big ass range guy. And after that, Rob took over the momentum of the game, brought in the Black Leopard because Doom had all those +3 stats he couldn't use. He's got Black Leopard's numbers. And
that's big.
Yeah, so after that, he just took Doom apart.
It's cool that I think. I remember we were talking about this. I was talking about this in the store, but I don't know. I mentioned it to you, or maybe we did talk about it. But I was saying how you need somebody. I remember saying it's got to be either somebody like Bill or, Emma Frost or Indigo to keep it within 4. You have to be within 4, and because Black Leopard's within 6. But also he needs to see, and making the Pym particles, making him giant, means he could see over everybody, which means he could see over elevated, he could see over outdoor blocking, he could see over characters. So they can't body block him. It's harder to body block Black Leopard because if you just put a guy in front, he'll just be big and he see over that guy. So then that guy shooting won't get the bonus, or won't get the bonuses because Black Leopard can see, because obviously they're within 6, which means as long as he can see them, he'll limit their stats. And I remember telling specifically Emilia when he pulled that, that was a trick to do. It has to be something like that. Or in Tony's case, I remember him putting I think it's the ring, the Millennium Ring, on him. Mm-hmm. It's the one that it gives you outwit and improved targeting. Like everything. Remember, it gives you improved targeting, elevated characters, and hindering. The only difference with that is you have to roll to pick it up. Whereas the Pym particles, you just pick it up.
Yeah, power action.
So that is the kind of I think that would be like the new tech if you're going to do this. because the biggest problem that Black Leopard will have is that he can't see. But if he's giant or he has improved targeting, then he'll be able to see.
Okay, I like that. Good little tech there.
Yeah, I saw it right away. I was like, oh, he's doing it. That's I was like, huh, I wonder, because that was exactly what I was telling Emilio here in store when he opened it. I was like, oh, you can do in bronze, is because he was asking for ideas for bronze. I was like, look, with that guy, indigo battery with pin particles is like it would be the most simplistic way to do it, because it's cheap points, right? It's 2 points for the pin particles, and the battery is only 16 if you really want to. So it's 18 points for that little combo, and the battery also gives you the within 4, but also it gives support in case they do hit. You can just like support back up.
Which is Franklin, support him back up.
Yeah, see, so that's one of the benefits of that, and obviously, there are different ways, and the other way would be, and I also mentioned it here, was you could play if you wanted to be 100%, you could be playing Millennium Stone with Bill, okay. And then you put the ring on Panther or Leopard. So now they have to be within 6, but if they're within 6, he can see now, or they have to be within 4 because of Bill, and then he can see because he has improved targeting. And now,
you're stuck.
Yeah, and then now you could put something else on other guys. So that's like another way to do it. So that's cool.
That really limits their interactions that limits the number of interactions they can have with you.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool, man. I mean, I'm sure Franklin is a beast, man. I mean, it is scary still that he still could get green arrowed. However, if Black Leopard can see him, then he won't be able to do it. But I thought that if you have green arrow, you can't see if you're outside of like 3 squares. Is that right?
Oh, you can't. Yeah, if you're so far away from green arrow, right? You can't to see him or shoot him.
So you have to be within 4 to shoot Franklin. But what I'm saying is, in order for Black Leopard to trigger, he needs to be able to see green arrow. But doesn't green arrow? This is usually the time where you bring up green arrow so we can see. But I thought that green arrow you have to be within 3. Am I wrong?
So while green arrow occupies clear terrain, he can use sidestep, and opposing characters can't draw lines of fire to him unless they're within 3 squares of him, or he has 2 action tokens. Yeah.
Okay. So that means he will. Yeah. So he can actually kill Franklin, I think, right? Because
unless he's like all
he just needs to be 4 squares away, and Black Leopard would have to be basically in front of Franklin, because Franklin has to be. Black Leopard has to be within 3 of Green Arrow to be able to affect his stats. But Green Arrow could be within. I don't know. Do you even understand what I'm saying or no?
I understand what you're saying. You have to be within 3 of them to target him. So like there's like a sweet spot where it'll work. But if you put Black Leopard in front,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Green Arrow can move 1 more square back and still be able to target.
No, he can't, because he'll be 4 away from Black. He'll be 5 away from Franklin.
No, you just have to be within 4 of someone with a construct
to see everybody.
Yeah.
Let me see it again. I don't think it's to everybody unless you're. Let me see.
So all the opposing characters that aren't within 4 square of a friendly core member or adjacent to the power battery cannot draw lines of fire to a core member. So if you're within 4 squares of a friendly core member, you can shoot them all.
Bring it. I don't think that's right. Bring it up again. Like I can't read it. Because you didn't. Okay, hold on.
Opposing characters that aren't within 4 squares of a friendly core member, or friendly squares of friendly core members, or adjacent to the power battery can't draw lines of fire.
I thought there was a ruling on this I knew it was within the power battery. Can you go down real quick? On the
These are just comments.
Look on just look it up on the man. No, Steve asked me about this, and he specifically asked me this though regarding if they're next to the battery.
If they're next to the battery,
they could see everybody. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it says they're on it. But I thought if you're not within 4 of 1, like you can only if you have to be within 4 to see all of them. There is a ruling on this that they look it up on Realms. It's an archived one. Look up Indigo. Search. Indigo power battery. I could have sworn that there was something like this on there.
Because this will go on the frequently asked questions.
What was that? What just happened? It's because you click twice. You're supposed to only click once.
Oh.
Because when you click twice, it's gonna you have to wait 30 seconds.
That's annoying. So
click on again. Hold on. Do it again. Enter.
6 seconds.
6 seconds. So okay, bring it up. You should be able to do it now. All right. There should be something on rulings. Actually, it should even be on your realm skills aren't up to par, sir.
No, I don't know. I don't do this on realms.
I'll do this.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. We're gonna let the veteran take over here, guys. This rookie is not up to this challenge.
Indigo. Here it is. Indigo ring question. Okay, that's the wrong one. That one's asking the healing part. Special power. Okay, that's another one on the healing. We don't want to know that. We want to know it's emotional spectrum, right?
Yes.
Question for okay. Oh man, there was I know this is on here. All the questions here are on healing. Ugh.
Well, we can bring it up to the
yeah. I remember Steve asked this, and that's fine. Okay, but anyway, let's move on to the Sunday.
Yeah. Alrighty. All right, Sunday. I was not able to witness. Steve stepped in as judging for me, so much appreciated. Joe Alves won. This is basically the framework of team he's been playing the past couple months since JLU came out. Mm-hmm. It's the Micron Adam Duke Thomas combo, and he's got Jason, Tri-Sentinel, Valeria Groot. So all the good figures that are in Modern right now. And then, besides Groot.
Yeah, and then putting the spin on Valeria.
And then putting spin, Spectral. You have the boxing ring and the Stark location bonus. So just all around good stuff team.
And it's, it's the whole, he moves up. Micron and Adam come. Duke Thomas gives his bonus. And then Tri-Sentinel and Groot will retell if need be. And he has the boxing ring for A, limited protection, and B, to break down terrain if there's something like like a labyrinth in the way. You just break that stuff down and you could go through it now.
Yeah. Solid
okay,
team.
yeah. That was.
What was that?
Okay, yeah. Steve got back. Okay, yeah. That's right. It is. Okay.
already. Oh, about the power battery?
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, I remember he asked me specifically about the actual. He's like, if you're just next to the battery, you can see everyone. And I said, yeah. And then either the same would apply to for
being within 4 of a friendly core member.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Joe again. It's the same. It's like I think this is going to be one of the
archetypes.
One of the with the amount of like Alpha Strike that you can play in bronze.
Yeah, solid.
You could just you could easily just do this too. Like you don't even have to play Wingard. It could just be Samcap,
Samcap and Overdrive.
Yeah, so that's almost the same, and that's full board reach, and Micron Atom coming across, and then that's not even counting when Samcap can call somebody else in. It's the same thing, right? Because Jason is calling someone in too. The main difference is Wingard's is free, whereas Samcap is actual action, like a costed action.
Yeah, and he's got the Dr. Demonicus Pogs, which have huge stats. They're as strong as some of the Collins, not the broken ones that have take away defense, but they have like 11 for 4, right? 11-3, like high stats. So
yeah, they do. Who's he? Is he just bringing them up with like Tri-Sentinel? I'm wondering if he's just bringing like Tri-Sentinel carries Jason Wingard, Micron and Atom follow, and then Jason makes a dude, and then that guy moves, and then Micron and Atom follow, and then they attack.
It sounds like the move.
I think that's what it is. You can easily do it too with Chaos, because doesn't Chaos move 11 squares phase?
Yeah.
From the
Isaac.
Fog. Yeah, so that's and it's and that's autonomous, which means he could still do stuff with.
It's one real action at this point.
Like that's true. That's only one action, and then Micron and Atom attack each. That's 2 and 3. And then the third one could be like the Walking Wood moves or whatever.
Yeah. Reposition someone else, right?
Yeah. The cool thing too is if he can work it, if he can make it work, he can use the Chaos to carry a Walking Wood with it. So for further lockdown. And then Micron and Atom follow, and then they'll get the extra bonus from Duke Thomas because there's like multiple people next to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do.
Or if he wants to, he could also do this. He can. Well, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be Chaos. It would have to be one of the colossal guys because Chaos can't carry regular size because he's not a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wanted to go that route, he can
one of the Demonicus Pogs.
One of the Demonicus Pogs moves like 10 or whatever, and then those two follow and attack. And also, if he doesn't want to do it that way, you can do it with Valeria. You can move Valeria over, and then Valeria could do the spin, and then start doing damage to them.
Yeah, she can do some work.
Does spin does it move anybody one square, or does it have to be a standard size? Look, spin.
I think it's just anyone. No, it's anyone because that's what like you can do with Onslaught or Nimrod. Yeah, Jason's.
What do you mean?
Character
you can do it for them, yeah. In line of fire.
Because remember how it's like it's like a sidestep, but it's not because you're placing, and when you place, you get to reposition.
Yeah. So that's another way for her to kill, like like if you don't want to attack a Surtur or something, you just Surtur that guy over. You just like move over and then that Surtur dies. So that's actually a better move. And if you have the right map, you don't even have to do that with that way. She can just, if you get lucky and you roll a 6 on her move, on her like free port, and then she just sidesteps and then moves 8, that's like 16 squares, and then you're within 4, right? And then so if you're within 4, like you can and they're already there, you can just bring that person over. That's Valeria's. It's very, 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 very good. There's some stupidness with that going on right now in Modern. And I'm sure in Bronze, it probably just gets crazier.
One there, and one there. So it's a new thing
on Rob's team. Did you see if he was carrying Valeria up or something?
Does someone fly on here? I think she just free moved up.
I think Invisible Woman flies.
Yeah, but she didn't leave the start. She didn't leave the square she started in.
Also, Black Leopard will be big, so he can carry her too.
Either that, or he just free moved up.
Josephus is like, I think is more potent because he can just reach anywhere. That's also really good against Darkseid because it'll get away. It'll place him one square away from his mastermind, and you can just hit him.
Yeah, so dirty.
Yeah, really good.
You still got to hit that 19 though. You got punched. Yeah. But what is it? Micron has. Does Micron have CCE on that click?
Yeah, dude, it's not hard. You make it seem like it's hard. Do you not see? Wait. Do you not see?
Duke Thomas. My apologies.
It's a 14 attack minimum.
Is it?
Yeah, I think rolling a 5 is quite easy.
Dang.
And I think like Adam has perplex too, right? So he has it all, man. He's got it all on this team. That's cool. So all right, well that's cool, man. Their maps are going out.
Nice, cool, yeah. I've had some new blood trying to hit me up about the new Back to the Future map starting September 6th.
Yeah, September. Yeah, that'll be the first time.
Yeah. So
okay. And all right, next.
So I guess we'll move on to the ROC World Championship. So was it on 5 days ago? Today is Monday, October 10th. Scott Crampton made a post on the Realms Open Championship page that there's going to be a ROC Online World Championship October 10th and 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for all my California people, it's 9 a.m. It's fucking early. It's fucking
early. Real quick. It says presented by The ROC, right? And it says Heroclix Online World Championship. Let's not I guess let's not mince words. It's the ROC Online World Championship. It's not the Online World Championship. Yeah. For those of you who don't understand proper English, there's a difference.
Yeah, the ROC Online World Championship.
Yeah, ROC Online World Championship means it's the ROC Championship. It's not the online championship means it's all online, and that's not true because other people who do online stuff, you need to have like everyone's backing, and this is the ROC Online. It's not. I'm like you're not gonna get our backing on making it just straight up online World Championship because that's like so far away from the real thing because of how the game is not portable. It's not. You can't port it online right now. So to say that is pretty pretentious, in my opinion. So we're gonna refer to it as the ROC. Yeah, it's gonna be called the ROC Online Championship. Let's just. You know what that's like when in The Office when Dwight says I'm the assistant manager and Michael says assistant to the manager. They're two different things. Assistant manager and assistant to the manager are completely different. And that's what I'm trying to make the distinction here. The ROC Online World Championship, not the Online World Championship. So let's just make that clear.
Very clear.
I think it's pretentious to just assume it's that without having like you're just like calling it that without having any I don't want to say legitimacy, but I'm gonna say legitimacy because you need to have in order for it to be legit. It has to be you look not to get like political. And like United Nations bullshit, but we do not recognize the country of blah blah blah, right? Like we do not recognize the sovereignty of fucking Israel or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's that thing. Yeah. So it's like we do not acknowledge this. It's the ROC Online Championship, So it's starting shit. So any of you guys want to fucking do. It's just, we're just no. I'm just saying like out in general, like, oh my god, I'm gonna go tell. We're just talking shit and just having stuff to talk about. But yeah, that's like when we say that would be like if we just called. See, we call it the Majestix Open Series Championship. We don't just call it the Bronze Age. Like we call it Bronze
Series World Championship.
Yeah, right. If we call it the Bronze Age Championship, like that would kind of be, but not really because this is our format that we made. So yeah, we can call it because we can claim it. But we're not that pretentious to just call it the Bronze Age Championship. We can call it the Majestix Bronze Age Championship. There's difference. Because other people might want to run that format too. Now, if all the other organizations that want to run Bronze Age recognize our event as like the main one, then cool. Then it's legitimized, right? Because now you have like everybody recognizes you that matter, right? And that's why when I just read this here, it says Heroclix Online World Championship is presented by the ROC. You forgot to put the ROC in front of online there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So let's see
that's
qualifiers. Funny. Yeah.
Okay.
So the people that will qualify for this event are the top 8 at the ROC Online National Singles. The top 2 ROC Online Team Nationals, the entire team. So that'll be 6 people, 8 people, but 14 people so far. And weekly qualifiers starting after Labor Day. Just the winner will make it. So exciting notes, Mole Man 100 and Galactus will be legal for all qualifiers, but not nationals.
Oh, when is Galactus coming out?
It got pushed back a month. It was supposed to be August, but now it's September.
September what? Doesn't say?
I haven't seen. It's probably too far out to have a hard date.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Hold on. You know what's sad about that? The fact that you said that's an indictment on WizKids. Because other games have their release dates almost a year in advance to the day. The fact that it's August and they don't have a set date for something that releases in September, that's really sad on their part. You know what I mean? Because in Magic, like I said, they have their date, not just like the general month, the actual day and date that it's releasing. Comics have the day that it's released. Movies have the actual day, like months and months in advance. But Heroclix, we can't even get it until the month of, and that's really sad. So that's my little rant on that. That's sad because people do, when you need to plan for things, you need to plan for things ahead. Like, like how much do I need to put aside? When is it going to come out? By when? You know what I mean? Like you have to make your plans for certain things.
Well, like, dude, people were super stressed out about Fantastic Four coming, and then Carnage was supposed to be the next month, and then they didn't announce that they pushed it back until the day after they released Fantastic Four.
Exactly. So that further proves my point. But what I was pointing to was the fact that they don't even have it. Like the fact that you're saying that it's too early to have a date.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you believe, like, I can't believe you just said that, considering this is a major company they should have their shit already in stone, right? And if a delay happens because of some unforeseen circumstance, I get it, but you should have a date, like a hard, this Wednesday, the third Wednesday of September. It needs to be, like there. And then if something happens, fine. But the fact that it just says September, it's like, and that we are so conditioned to just be like, well, yeah, it's too early to tell. Like, wow, that's insane. That's how backwards they are still.
So yeah, like for my pre-orders, tentatively, I'm always like, tentatively, this is the release date. I may find out a week early it's getting pushed back because
that's sad,
they don't know. So
that's really sad. That it's just I can't believe, like, wow.
It's happened a few times. It's not just one time.
Yeah, I know. Dude, believe me, you're preaching to the choir. But the point, the whole point was like the fact that we're even talking about August being too early to have a
street date for September.
To have a street date for September is ridiculous. Okay, go ahead.
Get on board, guys. Spider-Man Venom, Absolute Carnage, and WWE Waves will follow normal release guidelines.
Yeah, exactly,
that's
because they don't know either.
So normal release guidelines. Well, okay, I guess guidelines is when it releases, it releases, right?
That's why, right? Because normally you're like, okay, so if we had the date, they would say it's legal or not. But since they don't know, they have to do that, and that's sad.
Because it's August 10th, so it should be, no matter when it releases in September, it should be legal for.
It should, unless it comes out like first week of October because it got pushed back for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Right? Because we didn't we thought we were getting Spider-Man and then they got pushed it. So who knows? I mean, I hope not, but
yeah, knock on wood, right?
Nothing surprises me with them anymore, man.
Prizes will be announced and will be based on pre-registration for the event. No curated map list. Okay. I thought he said moving forward there'd be curated map list. Figures will have no photo requirement. Yes, you do not need to own figures to use it in the World Championship. That's cool. Solid. But I thought he supported it. The ROC point system will not be used for this tournament. I don't know what that ROC point system is. Is that like our point system?
No. It's for their it's the same point system for like that's what they use if you qualify for actual WizKids Worlds.
Oh, right. So
yeah. So you know how you get points for
like WKO points?
Yeah. It's like that. I think I don't know. You know what? Shit. I don't know.
No, if you win a WKO, you should be qualified for nationals, right?
Yeah, but I think they give you a point value. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
I never looked into that much.
Yeah, I didn't either, so that's why I don't know.
Let's see. First place will receive a major trophy, plenty of prizing, and will officially be the 2020 Heroclix ROC World Champion. Let the playtesting begin. Posted by Scott Crampton of Critical.
That is very pretentious. Officially be the official by who? Not by me. Not by us.
Is this WizKids sanctioned?
No, it's not. That's what. Look, it says presented by the ROC. It's not. There is no WizKids. There's no WizKids prize support whatsoever. It's whatever they can. That's why they put plenty of prizing, because they normally would say, here are the Connellys, right?
Yeah.
There's not.
So, moving forward in time, 4 days. So that was posted probably on a Wednesday. This is like a Sunday now, 1 day ago from today. Okay. Welcome to 2020 ROC Heroclix Online World Championship.
Format. We added the ROC because they don't have it on there. So we added. Okay.
It's like editing typos, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, hey, you forgot to put some.
So formats, 300 points, modern age rules following ROC rules, including maps. Possession of figures and maps are not required for this tournament. For all information, including ticket links, please visit our event page. The structure, 9 a.m. on Central Standard Time, open world qualifier with a limit of 120 players. It's a lot of people. There will be 4 rounds of Swiss. The top 38, so the top, not even the top quarter or third, players will advance into the World Championship Finals. The number of players may increase as spots are open. Saturday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. for us West Coast folk. World Championship Finals Swiss rounds with a limited of 64 players, consisting of players that earn buys or advance through open world qualifier. Note, a list of buys can be found below. We'll go to that later. And there'll be 4 rounds of Swiss play. The top 32 players will advance into single elimination. Sunday on October 11th, Sunday 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. World Championship Finals single elim will begin. There will be 5 rounds of single elimination. And you can earn a buy, as I mentioned earlier, from winning the ROC National.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Can you go back up real quick?
Yeah.
Hold on. It says final Swiss rounds with a limit of 64 players. The top 32 will. Okay, so it's 4 rounds of Swiss and then top 32. Okay, got it. All right, go ahead.
So list of buys: 2019 World Champion singles. That's what Isaac, right? Teams: George, Adam. Who was the third in that trio?
Matt.
Oh, Matty G. There you go. Nat singles from ROC 1 through 8, which will be determined, and there'll be 4 weekly qualifiers where one individual will gain entry. So this looks like a very limited, hard to get into event.
So the qualifier go up again. The qualifier. So this is all the qualifiers. So the actual
these are the list of buys.
But so these are the people that go by, but you can still play into the Swiss. Is that what it is? Go up.
So so either you get a buy from these events, either you play in one of the 4 qualifiers and win, or you get the buys right from the other events, or there's going to be a 120 player event that's Saturday. And there'll be what did I say? 4 rounds.
So that's So that's the last chance qualifier. That's what that is.
Yeah. And
that's the last chance for you. That's for you to. That's the last chance for you to get. Yeah. So the people down there are already in.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So 38 lucky individuals that play on October 10th out of the 120 will make it into the Worlds, and best of luck to them. ROC Online World, excuse me. We want to be right here. We can already tell you who have buys. We'll get to that one in a minute. So Isaac, of course, Adam, Matty G, George, Easton, Matty G again. Hey, wouldn't that go down to the second person for one of them? Probably not for the. Yeah. Lucas.
Who knows?
Isaac Denek.
Oh, Denki. You know what they're gonna do? I got it. So Matt's. It's not gonna pass down. He's gone, but there's just gonna be another spot to get in.
Clever. Got it.
He's gone. They're not going to pass it down because if they pass it down, they have to pass it down to the second place team, and that's 3 of them. They can't do that.
I missed that it was teams. My apologies.
Yeah.
So there would be an extra spot, hopefully.
Yeah, there would just be an extra spot to qualify. That's all.
Sweet, I'll take it.
Yeah, all that. Okay, and then so there's 26. So 26 and 38 is 64. That's why there's 38. But instead of 38, it's going to be 39 because Matt is on here twice. So there'll be top 39 get in. If I'm correct. If you're on here twice, because they have to take that person off here, which means there's just another person that qualifies. That's all. That's the easiest way to do it. But who knows? They might make a Rube Goldberg machine, and they might have to join. They might have to do a game of Wipeout and then see how far they get to go, and then they have to do American Ninja Warrior and see how far they go, and then they could get in. Ooh. You never know.
I would have to choose American Ninja Warrior over Total Wipeout. But yeah, then same thing would happen if somebody from one of the nationals teams is doubled up, so they'd have to open more spots.
So that means
probably for the last chance qualifier, right?
But then it would just be 40. No. Look, the easiest way. There's 26 here, right?
Yeah.
If there are 4 people that have doubles, if there are 4 people on here that are on here for twice, those 4 spots are just going to go. So instead of 38, it's going to go to 42.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said for the last. Yeah.
You said they're going to be more for qualifiers. No,
I said
the qualifier winners are here.
I don't think you heard me. I said the extras would come from the last chance qualifier.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there would just be more qualifiers.
No. They don't have time for that.
Yeah. That's why I was saying that. All right. Next.
And then Howard went on to asking people to please sign up for nationals.
Oh, okay. So what's your opinion on just make your decision.
Yeah. He went on to asking people to make sure to sign up for nationals to make it the biggest events. I didn't go over the pricing for Worlds because that's important. Sorry guys, all over the place. Because right now for Worlds, of the ROC Online Worlds, it is only store credit at Lucky Dice Cafe or the Lucky Dice Cafe eBay store. There's a trophy for the winner, a ROC map for top 16, and the first place champion gets to design a map, presumably a ROC map. So that's it. And then Howard went on to asking people to sign up, to trust him, to believe in it, that he wants to make the Nationals the biggest event, and to get as many people signed up. And he says that if a lot of people sign up, there's going to be probably good things coming in the future. And to trust him that if people sign up and it's a big event, good things will happen.
This is the if you build it, they will come.
Yes.
I think that you know what the good things will come. You know what it's gonna be. They're gonna do more online things. I think it's a bad move, man, because there's too many. The game is not, man.
I think it's a band.
The game is not the game is not. You can't port this online without having an actual online platform for the game. There is none. You can do it casually, but to do it at a high level competition, there needs to be. You need to actually do it like an official thing, like League of Legends or something, Rocket League, Magic the Gathering,
Elder Scrolls Online.
You gotta have it. Yes, you gotta have
online boosters you can open.
Yes, you gotta. So that way, it's all not only regulated, but like it's stringent rules. None of this. There's too many things that can happen, and I don't know, man. I don't know, and I just look. We run our events. We just do it strictly just to people want to play, to casually have fun at our event. If we're going to do like a 1K or some kind of bigger thing like that, we're going to do it in person. I'm not going to do it online. Like the biggest thing we'll do is the qualifier. But even then, that wasn't that. It was $5. There was like nothing really.
Yeah.
But if you're going to pay like
25,
you're going to pay like 30. Yeah, you're going to pay like
for
$25, $30 or however many. If it's more than like $5 to $10, I think, and you're going to raise the stakes. That just leaves more room for what's the impropriety, cheating, whatever, shadiness.
Yeah.
But if you keep it low and free, no one's gonna give a shit, and they're just gonna be like, cool, like everyone's gonna let things go because it's whatever. But the second you put like, all right, here's a factory set of this, here's a Chase and Prime set of that, a set of Connolly's, that's when like the quote unquote clause will come out, right? Because you don't now there's something real online.
People are
on
dirty.
The line. So yeah, so I don't know, man. I hope it goes well, but I have my concerns for sure. Hopefully they have their logistical plan in place. Because remember, they like Adam's like kind of like in the know, and he doesn't even know. Because I was like, so what? Are we all going to be the same server? Are we all going to the same room? What's going to happen here? How is this going to work? Like, do we have to have our own like? And then so when we're done, are we going to go to another room? And then we have to put all our stuff over there. Like how? What? Who's the judge watching? Is there somebody? Do we have to find our own people? Like, there's nothing that has been like announced.
Yeah. He did, however, announce in one of the other ones that he's moving the date up for things to be due. I think it's the 16th. August 16th is when he needs everything due. He just announced that a couple days ago or today.
That means we got to put our stuff.
Yeah.
We got to. Damn, dude. How I don't want to let you guys down, dude. Like I really don't.
I don't want you to.
I'm the one. I know. I asked you guys, and then I'm like, I don't want to play. Oh, and like, you guys, as long as you guys carry me.
Yeah, dude, I got you.
Dude.
Throw you on my back.
Oh my god, I just don't want to. I really don't want to. Like,
really you're playing the good team, dude.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play. Oh my god.
I'm just worried about technical issues because we ran an event two Sundays ago, and
Roll20 was down.
Roll20 was down for 3 hours, 3 hours, and I'm just like, everyone was cool. I was like, hey guys, sorry, you can use your $5 entry towards the next one.
And you know what? There was only 8 of them, so of course it's cool. Now imagine there's 200 people
that paid $30.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or imagine someone took time off from work to play in this tournament and doesn't fire.
like me.
You, like me.
I'm gonna have to fucking shut down. I don't want to do that. Whatever. We'll see. Whatever. Damn it all. Damn it all.
We'll see. Time will tell. We got 6 days to decide. But I feel like Adam.
I don't want.
I feel like Adam is in.
Look, like I know me and you are like okay, whatever, but I don't. I would feel really bad if Adam did get to play. He's putting a lot of time. Spent like 12 hours yesterday.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
I practiced with him like 12 hours.
Yeah, he was on there, and then he was there for forever, man.
And he practiced with you.
Yeah.
Because him and I like tentatively played like 5 or 6 games. I don't think we finished any of them. But
yeah,
and then
Adam, we got a fucking game.
And then you and I finished a game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like that was fast. Because I'm like, you got to play, and then we'll find out.
Yeah. Let me make my mistakes.
He would say. Like he would before you came on, he when you took the break and he was me and him were playing, he was like, oh, you should do, he would like, oh, did you do that? I was like, Adam, who the fuck you think you're dealing with here? He's like, oh, sorry, I forgot.
You're like,
I was like, of course I know that shit.
It's not Jeff.
That was his words, not mine.
Yeah, no, those are my words.
But I was like, come on, man. I already know. He's like, oh, because he thought I did. He thought I broke away. No, I'm just rolling to do the port. So he thought when I was rolling that, I was like, come on, man. Like, why would I do that? Like, Jesus.
All right, I'm not that bad.
But yeah, it was like little things that he did that a couple times and he just started laughing.
He was like super analyzing everything.
He does. That's why a lot of times
I
like,
I'm
just gonna do this. I'm like, we're just gonna do this, right? He's gonna do this. And then
I had fun practicing with that. It was a good time. I learned a lot. It was definitely a learning session, so it was good.
All right, so then what do we got next?
All right, so enough of that bullshit.
We gotta have better segues.
So I caught up on the numbers for Bronze Age and Bronze Age Limited for the most played game elements, basically up until August 1st. So everything up until before Fantastic Four and our changed map/ban list. So we'll go over that, and then we'll talk about our ban list and our updated map lists. All right. So do you want to do bronze or limited first? Your choice.
Whatever. Pick one.
All right. We'll go bronze.
Bring it up. Okay.
Because it's up. And right, meow. All right. So this is most played figures.
Ooh. And this is up until right before Fantastic Four.
Yes, this covers. So the 2 mocks we talked about today, I have not inputted that data yet.
Because FF is legal, so that's this is pre-FF.
Yeah, pre-FF and like the stopping point of our old ban list and our old map list.
Okay. So Groot's far and away.
Groot,
That's
Groot
that's not
is
going anywhere.
is almost double the one behind him, which is Wendigos, and everyone plays those in multiples. Everyone. Tri-Sentinel coming in a strong third.
That'll never go down because the batteries have wall.
Yeah.
So that'll never, like, it's just, in modern, right? If you don't win map, you can pick like Metal Arena, and there's no blocking on Metal Arena. So if you don't have a way to like do his thing, he sucks, right? But in bronze, he's never gonna suck because you have access to wall. Or matter rearranger for that matter, if you really wanted to think about it,
If you want to get like super techie.
Yeah. Carnage is another one.
Carnage a fourth.
Cheap retail, better, and Dr. Fate's moving up.
Before I put in the data, Dr. Fate wasn't even on the list.
But everybody's playing because he comes with a minimum. Right? Like I don't think they play less than 5, right?
The minimum I saw was 5. It was like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah, because you pay 1 and then you pay another 4 for the. So he's basically 105 points. Like that's usually what you're playing,
right?
Yeah. So 105 points, and then you fill out the rest of your team. But that's like the baseline.
For what? An extra action, right?
Yeah. And plus 5 to theme.
Yeah, just
Let's
start
5
off.
to theme.
Yeah, the Justice League teams are really strong right now because of this guy. So Split Lip, I think, has finally made it on to the top 10. It took them a while to break there.
It took them a while. You know what? People needed time to find out all the different uses because it's still a young format, so people are still learning, right? So yeah, Steve Rogers is a good one.
Dude, no surprise, right? To the Avengers team,
that would be up there. I feel for sure. There's a lot of Avengers and Eddie Guerrero. Oh, that's surprising.
A WWE figure on top.
Yeah, that's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 8, huh?
Yeah, whenever people play Eddie, they play 2 or 3 of them, right?
Yeah, well, probably 2. I think if you play 3 of them, I think you're hurting yourself. But 2 is good. Well, because he doesn't do he's not as strong as say Undertaker, because Undertaker can also call in Guerrero. Eddie can't.
No, 100%. And was it Magneto used to be so high on this list? He's finally fallen down.
Finally dropped. Yeah, that's right.
Same with Isaac. And Isaac's on a lot. So Magneto's typically just on the robot teams.
Is this not the sideline elements, right? This is just main force stuff.
This is just main force. Okay. Most played figures on your force.
Because Isaac would be more than this. He'd be like top 5 because there's a bunch of Jasons that were played, especially
in limited.
Right. So if you look at Jason down there, he's 12. So Isaac would be, if you had that, Isaac would be 29. So he would be 4.
Yeah.
Because there isn't a Jason team that doesn't run Isaac.
Everyone runs him.
Yeah. And
just a real quick cap for was it 11 through 15? We got Frenzy Humanity, Dark Phoenix, Sinister, Sabretooth, and the Pocket Tank.
The robot team is still alive and well. The Pocket Tank is going to drop a lot.
I was going to say Pocket Tank is going to drop.
It's going to fall off. Cool.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to most played game elements. Of course, number 1 we have is Green Arrow. Shield level 7 snuck above Storm. I was waiting for that. Because remember how Green Arrow and Storm were literally neck and neck. And
I think Shield level 7 is gonna go more and more for Shield because the new set has a lot of cool Shield guys. Oh my god! And Doom 2099 is a perfect one.
I didn't even think of that. That's really strong. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then there it is, Bat Signal.
And you can play multiple. Yeah, Bat Signal, which we'll get into a little bit, but you guys aren't going to see anymore for a while at least. It could come back, but we'll get into it in a little bit. Cyclops Student, of course, Iceman Student, the Indigo Tribe Power Battery, number 1 resource.
It's cool. This took over Phoenix Force as a number 1 resource by a pretty good amount too. Solid amount. Before it was. I remember Phoenix Force was number 1
for a while.
Yeah.
It was right hanging up there.
Yeah, and then it's cool. Power Plant moved up because that was not in. Yeah, it was always on the outskirts. Now it's 6, 7, 8, 9. It's number 11. Oh, it's tied for 10th. Okay, it's tied for 10, so it is top 10.
Yeah. Beast, the Iron Avengers, the Stark Tower map bonus, and then tied for 10th
is Gene. Yeah, Gene and Power Plant. And how sad is Angel ID right now? All 4 of his buddies, all 4 of his classmates are in the top 10, but you're gonna have to go to the next page to see him.
I don't think
there's one. There isn't a good Angel to play.
Oh, the WCR one, no. The LE one, no. The penetrating, no. That's Gambit that is penetrating poison.
But I think that's Archangel, not Angel. Does he go by Archangel too?
Probably not if he's a student.
Yeah, he's a student. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh god.
But that's Iron Avengers for sure. That's always going to be around. But I like the fact that the student IDs are really relevant still.
And then so after the Power Plant in 10th, I'll go down to the top 15 again just because some of the stuff we haven't seen in a while. Magneto Bounty, Phoenix Force. Second actual object on the list is Gamma Bomb. And then Sinestro Power Battery, and then green's right beneath.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
interesting.
A lot of variety.
No equipment I think Parallax is the first one, but
Parallax is the first one at 18th.
Yeah, nice.
I want to say Ion was up there for a bit, wasn't he? Did Ion make top 10 at one point?
No.
No.
Well, there was no. I don't think there were any equipment that were in the top 10, if I remember, because it was all IDs and resources.
You're right.
Sideline.
Right. Sideline. Most played Sideline. Of course.
Oh my God, 90.
He's almost at 100. Storm is the second most played ID figure, followed by Hawkeye, which is very close. So this is from the beginning of the year list, since January 1st, right?
Yeah.
Brainiac only came on a couple months ago, and he's in top 4 with nearly half the amount.
You know what? Okay, so we have to put a caveat.
These are fluffed.
We have to put a caveat on this because in real life, you would not have. Some would have 1 or 0 Brainiac on the sideline. That's just a fact.
Yes.
Maybe 1 or 2 people might have more than 1, but I guarantee everyone there has. I don't think there isn't a person aside from if there. No, there isn't a person that doesn't have Brainiac on the sideline, right? As like a troublemaker, unless they can't fit it. Correct.
Typically, there's at least 1 Brainiac on average.
Right, on every single one. The only time where he won't see him is if you're playing Jason plus ID cards. That's the only time you would even have a chance. Otherwise, he's gonna be on because we don't require ownership. So that's why he's up there. But for sure, when we do this, like when we do it in real life stuff, when they actually have to show us this stuff.
When the world comes back to normal.
Then you'll see Brainiac drop like a ton
Gorilla, all the troublemakers, all the trouble alerts drop hard.
Yeah, they're gonna drop hard, dude. And also, it doesn't help that he's $130 right now. Try to so 130. So 130 times 52. Go. Yeah. Oh God. Oh my God.
So coming in. 5th is Grodd, trailing behind. Cyclops from the super rare from Xavier, X-Men Xavier School. Nick Fury.
Still there, baby.
He didn't make a comeback. There was not a lot on him, but the last couple I was like, okay. And then of course Firestorm and Iceman.
Wow. That's because
retail.
You know what? It makes sense when you see that the students are up because or you'll see these guys because the students are up. So by naturally these guys will be up, like Cyclops, because basically he's always playing that Cyclops, and Iceman, you're always playing this Iceman, and then Beast right down there.
Beast, yes. Magneto, the 2x2, he's always favored for Colossal Retaliation.
There's Isaac.
Whether
it's No. The Captain Marvel's for Jason Wingard.
Yeah, either Captain Marvel's for Jason Wingard or she's for the Captain Marvel ID.
Or another one. There's one more. Some people have had it. There's 2 of them.
Oh, Miss Marvel ID.
Boom. Yep. I remember seeing somebody have 2.
She's a lot easier to get a hold of than Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And then Hulk, and to round out our top 15 for tonight is Peggy Carter and Storm Prime. So those are 2 expensive pieces. Because Peggy's still up there.
I like that the oldie but goodie Nick Fury is holding down the fort for all the old people here.
Dude,
Look at all of them. He's the only one that has an old style card.
I was gonna say old balls,
right?
But he is old balls,
right? Like none of them. Like all of them are new. They're all the new card template, right?
Yeah.
From the top 15.
I'm gonna say the next one down would be the Green Arrow, right? Because did TMNT have the new style? Yeah. So it'd be the next one is the LE Green Arrow.
Wow. Let's go, Nick. All
right. And our maps. So now we'll get into a little bit here of Labyrinth Wall.
Yeah, we got to talk about the maps right now too.
So we updated our map list, and we mostly go off just the Bronze Age data, and then we take in the limited data into account for forming what we need for our format. Yeah. So right now, before the map changes, Labyrinth Wall was number 1 tied with Stark Tower, and we all know how good Stark Tower is, right?
Yep.
Wakanda from Avengers Defenders War came in a strong 2nd place. Then, Flashpoint Flood.
Yeah, that's our map.
Light Cycle.
Yeah.
Fifth.
Ice Planet. Yeah.
Genosha. Ice Planet. Poison Ivy's Greenhouse. Toon World. And then Arcades Arena to round out our top 10.
Temple. Okay, Temple is down there at 21. All right. I think that's going to move up because we're taking out, like, the Labyrinth is gone. We've taken out quite a bit of the indoor maps, and Labyrinth, the Temple is a really good indoor map.
But so Bronze Age, there was only like a month of play where this map was legal.
Yes.
Because everything else there was so much limited happening. So when we start looking at the limited data, it's going to look a lot different.
Did you see that that you can put these maps, our maps, on? You can just overlay it, the actual image of the map, over on Roll20.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you can, because it's formatted correctly. You just gotta stretch it. Yeah, we could try it. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Because it has the grids and it matches, as long as the map guy made it right, which he did, it's gonna match perfectly, because they have to print it the way that it's made. So he has to make the grids have to be correct.
Perfect.
So that means for our maps, at least, I don't think we need to have Clay make them.
Ooh,
I could be wrong, but I think we can. Which makes it easier, because then if you look at the maps, you know what it looks like when you're playing on it.
Yes.
So it doesn't look like you're looking at a matrix screen and just be like, oh, look, I see red woman there. I see coffee here. And you're like, wait, what are you talking about? I just see lines coming down. Numbers.
Where's all those bullet fragments?
Yeah.
All right.
So, okay, cool. So we have, let's look at the new map list.
Oh, new map list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we took out a bunch of stuff. Oh, you want to look at the limited? Okay, go do limited. Let's go limited first. Oh, because this is the one that has the most recent data, because we had a qualifier and we had a bunch of
so we'll start
a lot of
bunch of mocks. Yeah. So we'll start with most played figures on the main force. Of course, Groot, number 1, with a very close Wendigo and Dark Phoenix behind. Like, that's
no Tri-Sentinel, no Carnage up here. Wow. They're outside of the top 10. So the metagame already is very different in limited. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Look at Giant Girl. What?
Dude. Oh my god, right?
That came out in Dark Phoenix? Like, the top 3 is way different in this, right? I mean, obviously it shows you that Groot is insane. Nothing's stopping Groot.
Yeah. Leadership and the 2 Pogs for 20 points.
Yep. Oh man.
I can't think of a better investment if you're looking for leadership. Coming in at 5th place, you have Q. Dr. Fates again. Brainiac. The troublemaker, 10 point.
No, but this is Is this main force? Or are you doing sideline too?
This is main force. This is all main force.
Damn, so Brainiac is obviously now, because you don't have enough points so you might as well put it on Brainiac if you have like extra 10 points or 20 points.
Would you get outwit phase 4 for NCAP for 3 targets? It's ridiculous.
You can randomly damage them.
Yeah, so earlier we had the Fast Forces Giant Girl. Now we have the regular set Giant Girl. Jason Wingard and Astronomer.
Yep. A lot of that is Jose.
Yeah. Big Tony snuck in there. Top 10 it looks like.
Wow, Black Widow's only I think that's 11. Surprising. I thought Black Widow would be much higher. I thought she would be, at least the minimum would be top 10, but I thought she would have been
she's made
like a lot higher.
We got Magneto, the Construct, Surtur, Tri-Sentinel, rounding out our top 15.
So we have a lot of cheap. Like, if you look at this, right? Groot, Wendigo, Dark Phoenix. You know what they all have in common, aside from the number 10, 9, and 10? They're all 30 points or less.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Fate. Okay, so I guess if you want to look at Dr. Fate, he is like, you're going to play at least 3. But let's say you play at least 5, right? That's what you said, that we normally see at least 5. So if you want to break down the 105 divided by 5, he's an average of 20 points a figure. 21 points a figure.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing him at 65 by himself. You're usually playing him with 4 other guys. So he's 21 points. Q is 30. Giant Girl's 10, Dark Phoenix is 30, Wendigo's 15, Groot's 20, Brainiac is 10, Giant Girl's 10. Jason Wingard is the only one, and Astronomer, the only two, and they're like hanging on. Besides, like really close, Big Tony could just jump them, and then they're like, okay, now you're out.
Because Big Tony's another one that people play in multiples.
Yeah. So I think it's cool that there's a lot of variety, because I think the two formats, it shows you it's not the same. You can just see Giant Girls.
They're very different. Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like it.
All right, let's look at the additional played game elements for the Bronze Age limited format. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hey, look at number 1.
Oh man!
We were talking last week if it was number 1 or not, and it's very close to the Stark Tower location bonus.
I mean, it's number 1.
It is number 1. But yeah, and then number 2, right behind it is the Stark Tower location bonus. Coming
Gamma
in
Bomb.
third is the
Gamma Bomb.
Gamma Bomb.
Now, look, with no resources, Gamma Bomb just jumped.
Oh yeah,
That's fun. Oh no, with it's no resources, no ID, so you get extra points. All right, let's put Gamma Bomb.
So this is the spice of variety right here. ATA number 80. It is the Justice League ATA.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's what I like to see.
Yeah, it showed up on 18 different figures throughout the course of our limited format.
Cool,
Let's see.
And Reality Gem. That's probably Jose.
Reality Gem.
But
no,
it's also they just play it as to 10
yeah. I was like,
points
I think
just
just
pick up.
because
Yeah.
Jose,
a lot of them do that.
Jose would be bearer of Infinity Gem. But just
right,
the Reality Gem.
Right. Oh, that's
is just on
up.
the Force.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, good call. Yeah, Reality.
So the
Gem.
bearer of Infinity Gem is either Traitor or Astronomer, but I don't think anyone's actually played a Traitor in the format yet.
Yeah. So
it's just all Astronomer.
It's a bunch of Astronomer, right?
Soul Gem. That is probably all George with his Punisher.
Man, so every 12 week, times.
Every week, I'm like, everyone. I always get a new team from everyone. George, it's pretty much the same team with maybe a little tweak.
It's Soul Gem on fucking Punisher War Machine, right? Because he's colossal stamina in that guy.
And
George is funny, man.
Steal energy from range, right?
He's always hitting. Yeah, he's always hitting me up now. Let's play.
I gotta get in this.
It's funny.
Did you?
But
play
it's funny. He's so no. I'm gonna. But I don't know if he want. I don't know if he will. I don't want to make him cry. I'm just kidding. but he I remember he's talking about he's very secretive with his team, so he's like, let's keep this under wraps. I'm like, okay, fine. And it's funny because Adam's the exact opposite, right? Adam's just like, I want to tell everybody everything. George is like, I don't want to tell anybody shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta be like, all right, George, you can't be so secretive, because then if you don't want to tell anybody, then you can't even tell me, because then I'm like, then how are you going to test? So
exactly.
He's like, yeah, okay, but you won't tell anyone, right? I'm like, no, I won't. I'll just write an article on it. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
and then
Adam want to know what George's team is.
I was like, Adam, just rein it in a little bit, dude. You don't need to broadcast this to everybody, but it's funny. I think it's funny talking to those two guys.
Adam's paragraphs
have completely different ways to approach playing this game competitively. But I will say,
both
guys,
very successful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they both won. I mean, they were both on they both won Worlds, right? At the team.
Yeah, Team Worlds.
Yeah. I was telling him. I would say that George's team is really cool. You've seen it because you dropped.
I like it.
And then did you notice as soon as you're done, he just deleted everything? Remember, he's like, let's keep this on wraps. And he just I don't know if you saw it, but he just deleted everything from Roll20. It was just my team left over.
Yeah, because I went back to look at what your team was, because
his
Adam
is not
wanted
there.
to practice it, and I was like, I thought there was another team in here.
Yeah, dude, he just boom gone.
Dang, it's all right. I remember what it is.
Yeah,
I know what your team is, George.
It's funny.
George is good people. I like him.
Yeah, I hope he's. I mean, he'll do really well because he's really good and he knows how to play. But it's okay. So moving on, we got Exospecs. Of course, that's going to move up, right? Because there's no you can't play like Parallax and shit. You can't play Ophidian.
Yeah, so there's cool stuff. Joker's Canister, Octopus Arms, WWE ring, I believe, is the only or the top.
Interesting how that's that high in the boxing ring. Was this high?
Boxing ring is low, yeah, or
But
close.
on the other one, was it in regular? Oh, you know what though? That's different because boxing ring was out a lot earlier than ring.
Yes,
and we did this data much later.
No, all this data came from January 1st.
No, limited didn't start until.
Yes,
that's correct. What I'm talking about. That's why I'm like it's. Of course, boxing ring is going to be higher than the other one because WWE wasn't out yet. Like in terms of, it was out already.
It came out.
Last year. It came out already, but nobody played it, right? And is boxing ring higher in regular bronze?
So boxing ring just rotated out of modern, which is probably why it's more popular now because people are using it in. Or excuse me.
No, I'm talking about. In regular bronze, is boxing ring higher than WWE ring? Because that's a very interesting. It's not.
No, here's boxing ring, and then still 2 apart. Do you see it?
No, I can't see it.
Oh, weird. There we are.
It was.
It's right here. WWE ring.
Okay.
Ring, and then
boxing. Wow, that's very okay. Okay. Wow. WWE ring jumped up a lot. Holy crap!
It jumped really up way up. With Quake, with Gardner, and then
Yeah, but you can do that in bronze regular. You actually do it better in bronze in regular bronze because you have the sniper gun, so that doesn't apply, right? Because you had the sniper gun, so you could do it. So there would be more incentive for you to play it in regular bronze. Whereas if you look in limited, I'm wondering if it's because there's not enough prob options. Because in regular bronze, you can just play entities that have prob.
Yes.
Here you actually have to play time gem, or WWE gives you pseudo prob.
Yeah, it's a reroll, right?
Yeah, it's basically gives you prob. That's what I'm saying. So if you're just trying to get that extra reroll, without having to because you don't have the option. What I'm saying is you don't have the option to play like Adara or
other entities that give you. You don't have as many accesses to like a reroll or a prob.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this may be maybe because to me why they're pretty far apart in terms. I mean remember okay, I take it back. You're right. They're still the same in terms of their usage, but they're farther apart in the middle, which is weird. But also the reason why obviously WWE ring is 12 instead of 23 is because ID cards and resources. That's what's making WWE ring 23 instead of 12, right?
Yeah.
Because ID cards and resources are taken up in between.
I don't necessarily know if this is a factor with the teams that are playing it, but I know if you do play the WWE ring, it becomes a multiverse game. So if you do have a pick a power piece, you have extra resources. You have extra powers to be able to pick from.
Yeah, well, then you can do that. There's way more you could do it in
regular bronze. Yeah,
because you have proselyte to choose more powers. You could just choose a color, right, and then you get that.
Yes.
So there's even more so on that. And also you could play someone like Jakeem over there or Goblin King because they have more protection than in regular bronze. In a limited, you have more protection over there. So in theory, the ring should be higher, but they're the same in terms of the number of played. I think they're both like 10.
10-8.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, 10-8. They're both the same. Okay. All right.
So Zero Ring, Iceberg Lounge, Map Bonus, Influence, Nightbringer to round out our top 15. So let's look at those sideline figures from Limited.
This one's going to be kind of weird because
again, this is very inflated numbers on the trouble alerts.
Yeah, this is 116.
So Vulcan. So I'll go from top to bottom. Vulcan, Brainiac, Grodd, Firestorm, Black Manta, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Arrow, and Isaac.
Hey, Isaac! Yay!
Isaac is our first real one. Samurai, Dr. Demonicus. Hey, he's a real boy. Peggy.
Oh my God, these are
Tim Particle. So let's get into some more of the real ones that are further down past the trouble alerts. Captain Marvel, which you guys saw in the bronze.
They're all gonna be the same though. They're all gonna be the Jason Wingard stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Pym Particle Tank is the only one out of this right now that's not that.
That's not Jason. Yeah.
It's not, right? Because all of these are like Black Widow, because she's okay, it's cool. That's another one because she's a shifting focus. But if you look at it, they're all like that, except for the next one I see Shark Shredder. And then that's it. Right?
Sweet Christmas. Yeah.
Because you know why? There aren't that many options for Sideline. However, going forward, if people want to try Fantastic Four, you might be able to have more Sideline, right? Because of the invisible. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Does Rob have Sideline guys to port in that are Fantastic Four?
No.
Because to me, that would be the reason why. Do you know what she does, right?
Yeah, because it's only for 40 points and it's one character. So
she can
someone
replace,
same points or less.
No, you can replace up to. So you can do like a 60-point guy and a 20-point guy if you have two 40-point guys.
Yes.
That's what. So it's not just a 40-point guy, but
yeah,
the that's a way for you to like upgrade a Fantastic Four guy that you need if you wanted to say you want to play like you have all your guys are 40, but you want to play like a 80-point guy, then you just put it in like a 60 or whatever. Can you go back to just so I know read what she says? Because
the issue with that is there's not a lot of low point Fantastic Four pieces to do that. I was looking at it. It's really funky. But I get what you're trying to say. So this is the one, right?
This is.
So at the beginning of the game, you replace up to 4 friendly characters with the same number of characters from your Sideline on their starting clicks. All replacement and replaced characters must have a Fantastic Four keyword and different names.
Yeah.
The total points of replacement characters cannot exceed the total points of replaced characters.
Okay, yeah. So one of the examples you can do is, let's say you have Invisible Woman and Human Torch. They're 40 and 40. You want to, and maybe in a certain match, you're like, you know what, I got to play this guy instead. So you take both of those out and you play let's say, for example, the 80-point Ghost Rider. So like you could do that. You take those two out and you put Ghost Rider in.
No, but you have to have the same number of characters from your Sideline that you replace. You may replace up to 4 friendly characters with the same number of characters.
Oh, okay. So then has to be like a 60 and a 20-point guy, or a 50 and a 30.
Yeah.
That would be the only other way, right? It would be 50-30 would be if you wanted to go like up.
Yes.
Up in points.
So like Valerie.
Right.
Someone else.
Right. Yes. So you'd be Valeria and like a 50-point thing or whatever. So that's one way to do it. So he didn't have it. So to me, that's what would be the reason why he put her in. But you said he doesn't have any of that on his Sideline? No, that's 4 people?
I will double check. And he had Grodd, Brainiac, Phoenix, Iceman, Cyclops.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Because that would be it's like, you know what that does? It gives you kind of like a Sideline to see how you want to approach.
No, I agree with you completely. Yeah. And I spent some time trying to figure it out, at least for some of the Bronze Age figures. I didn't look too much into the modern variations.
There's another way to do it too, by the way. Check this out. This is a way how you can get, I think, a higher point guy on an Avenger team, I think. If you got to play like Avengers and Fantastic Four people, and you know how Mr. Fantastic or Steve Rogers brings in up to 50 points. You play that guy, and then the guy you can like have like a 60-point guy come in Like you can replace a whole bunch of people if you can. I don't know how you do this, but this is like theoretically you do this. You can skirt the 50-point requirement by upgrading one of your guys to 60 and dropping somebody else. That's one way to do it.
But this happens at beginning of game, and doesn't Steve Rogers happen at Force Construction?
Yeah, so that's why I said you need to have people that have Avengers and Fantastic Four.
Okay.
So that they can still keep the Avengers theme, but like let's say you put this Invisible Woman. So the next people on your team have to be Avengers and Fantastic Four, right?
Got it. Okay.
And then you would take her out and then that person out, and then you can upgrade to somebody else who's Fantastic Four that doesn't have Avengers keyword. So that
okay, and then someone else is like, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, so it's like but it's a way for you to skirt the 50-point limit that Steve Rogers gives. Like you can have like you can do this with Shield. It's easier with Shield because there's a bunch of Fantastic Four Shield guys in this set.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. So that's one way you can do that. Thank you, PJ, for that one.
Hey.
That's article forthcoming. He's the one that was telling me. So you haven't seen his article yet because he's trying to save something for nationals.
Ooh, about his team.
All this, I'm burdened with all this knowledge and I can't tell anybody.
Hey, PJ, I'm right here, bro. Send me a message. I'll listen. I listen to Adam all the time.
Yeah, dude. But that's one way to do it. You can skirt that. That's one way. I don't know how, but it is an effect that can be used. He explained it. I mean, I didn't see it all because I didn't because when he told me I didn't even read it all the way through because when he said don't put it up until like it's about to like closer to when it starts. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait because I have this. I had to put your article up. Yeah, I had to put the
I'm sure there's like
up, you know what I mean. There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, like I have Lucas's article too, and he didn't want me. He's like, don't put this one up. I'm like, okay, all right. And I'm like, well, I'll just wait. We'll just wait then. So
all right. So let's finish up our top played game elements for limited maps. So Stark Tower, number 1, of course. Labyrinth Wall.
Okay.
Flashpoint Flood, Light Cycle, Genosha, Waikikanda, Ice Planet, Iceberg Lounge, Necropolis, and Arcades Arena. Woo! Top 10, baby.
Poison Ivy,
Wakanda, Bifrost, Sentinel Factory. And then, so some of the maps we took off for some of the more played maps.
So we took off the old, so two things. It had to be the most played. It has to be one of the top played maps, and it had to be an old map that's
not modern,
or a map that was rotating out of modern. So basically not modern. What the hell did you say that? Not modern. And so Labyrinth Wall was gone. Genosha's gone, right? Because that just rotated out. And then of course we're gonna keep all the location bonus maps because maybe in the future we rotate them out. But for now, because it is an extra game element, that's that it's pretty detrimental to some teams, and it is something that you can add to your team. So why not? We're gonna keep our maps for the time being.
Yeah. So we accumulate some more, and it's time to rotate out with some new blood.
The other ones we did were the stuff in the bottom that nobody played almost, that were old or rotating out. We just deleted those because nobody cared about those maps, which clearly means to us that people didn't like those maps, or they just
otherwise they would have played them.
Yeah, and we tried to put maps that were similar to what those maps did. So we wanted like an open indoor map. We tried to do that. We want an open outdoor map with some blocking. We did that. Elevated outdoor map, elevated outdoor that has, or an outdoor map that has some indoor on it. Then we'll do that, which is why we have gamma range. We want an indoor map that has some elevated. Okay, we'll do that. We want just like an open elevated map. We'll just do that. Yeah. Of course, we're not going to go for the super oppressive ones like Ryut, because that's really hard to traverse, and we're not going to do stuff where there's like a bunch of special rules, like ranks,
Shadow Realms.
Shadow Realms, stuff like that. And
Shadowlands, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, Shadowlands. And then we also just want to keep it fresh, because now people don't have to worry about having to play on Labyrinth all the time. And we took out Training Center because I saw how stupid that was. I didn't realize how dumb that was. Oh. I was like, this is the map? Remember when you guys were playing? I was like, what map is this? This is a Training Center. Oh my God. He's like, I know. That's why I told you to take it out. Like, yeah, okay. All right.
So, you know, as our format's growing, we evaluate, we try and make the adjustments that we need quarterly, or if not bi-yearly, to keep things fresh and functioning.
Yeah,
well.
We'll do it twice a year, and it's going to go in, you know, we should have it played for 6 months about. So, and we do take, you know, we do discuss it too behind the scenes with our council, and we get feedback from the community, because when we did the vote, a lot of people wanted the Danger Room maps, remember?
Yes.
And so, well, all right, let's put because remember, we didn't have the Danger Room maps in.
No, because initially, they didn't make it onto the main list.
And then they were now it is, and they're modern, so that makes it perfect. Like it's like fit the perfect bill, right? It's a modern map that we didn't have before that people want. Wow.
Hey, look at this. Pleasing people.
It's
pleasing
like
the people.
The actual best. And then obviously we have new maps that are out, like the Doom's Castle and Justice Gang Hideout and stuff like that. So we're not going to be short of any maps anytime soon.
Yeah, so we're constantly getting new maps on.
Yeah.
So let's finish out with our most played themes and limited. Of course, it is a theme to not play theme.
Cosmic, Avengers, of course, Cosmic still.
Cosmic, Avengers, Shield, Justice League.
Dude, look at the drop. Robot. Look at the drop from Cosmic Avengers. Holy crap. Oh my God. It goes from 16 to 6 in Justice League. Yeah, I feel your Justice League will be up there. Mystical Robot. Yeah, it's the same ones. Ruler, because of Jason now. Scientist Monster. The one that's the only one I think that's interesting there, obviously it's only 2 teams, is the Politician one.
Yeah.
All the ones above it I expect. Right? Every single one above, I feel there's enough. Not only enough, but there's a plethora of options to play those themes.
I like Politician spelled wrong.
Poli. Poly. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
And then the others down there, okay, cool. I think some of those down there are just like kind of like your meme teams are just trying something out, you know. I mean, Masters of Atlantis. Yeah, see, West, so
Atlantis isn't a theme team.
But let's go now. We can talk about the ban list. So now people are asking, so we can actually talk about why we did things and why we didn't put some other ones.
All right, guys, so here's the Open Series, openseries.majesticcg.com. If you guys want to check it out, here's the website that I'm using to show you guys our ban list and our map lists.
Yeah.
So that'll get updated from Pat later. Don't worry about it. And then let's start with a ban list.
Yeah.
So everything.
Zoom in a little bit.
Yeah. Everything's pretty much the same as it was before. We added one thing.
Highlight
bat signal.
Highlight it. Yeah.
For 2 points. It made.
Okay, so we have the most played. It's the most played element in limited. So they're like, oh, why don't we just keep it to limited? Well, we want to keep one ban list. Maybe we can have 2, like we can later on, but for now, the ban list is universal. We just added limited. Just adds a couple things you can't play. But this with the Pim Pocket Tank or the Pim Pocket Tank for 10 points gives you a super TK. Without using TK.
Well, lines of fire.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't need line. You could go farther than 6, and
minimum 8.
And it ports anyone, not just single base people, like double base vehicles, whatever.
Asserter bomb.
Yeah. 2 points is too much of. It's too little of an investment, and too much of exploitation of use.
A reward, yeah.
That when every team in like the top 8 or top 4 or winning teams have bat signal, that's when it becomes too degenerate, right? Now we're gonna get to the IDs because that same reasoning can be applied to that, but there's a difference. Bat signal for 2 points. If this was, let's say, 10 points, maybe it won't be banned because you have to put more points into it, which means you actually have to pay 18 points now if you want the pocket tank. That's a little bit more. Or if this was, let's say, I don't know,
a mobile object.
No, actually, mobile object would be bad because that means you can't kill it. Like you can't, right? You can't just shoot it, or you can't TK it away.
Okay.
So that would be a problem because what it is they would just go up there. Like they could just have someone there already. Like Uatu's already on there, and he just calls someone over.
Okay, and you're right.
And if you win the map and you're playing Bat Signal, you just have such a big advantage over somebody that it's not even close. Like teams like Vulture, Hawkeye, you could call them halfway across the map. You don't even need TK anymore. You just call them over and they're there. And it could easily be accomplished by using, because in Bronze Age, it's much, you can do this. You can't do this in Modern, but in Bronze Age, you have the KC pieces that start 6 squares out.
Yeah.
So you start those guys, or Uatu.
Power Girl is Modern.
Yeah.
Orion. Yeah.
Is Power Girl? She's still Modern.
Power Girl, Orion, and is it Hawk Girl? There's one more.
Hawkman?
No, not Hawk. I think it's just Orion. It's just Power Girl, Orion.
Okay, but they can't port over. That's what I'm saying. You can't do this in Modern. You can just have these guys start out by the bat signal, and if you go first, you just basically pass, do your setup, and then turn 2, you call them over, and then you go kill them. You can also do it with a Uatu. And then the easier way to do it if you don't want to play those guys is you wait on turn 1. If they can't kill it or move it or whatever, you move a guy up there, the pocket tank follows, and then that power actions bring a guy over. So there's too many things to do. There's so many things it enables for 2 points. It also lets you call them back if you want them to get away from trouble. Like if you overextend and did something, you could call them back and like protect them. That's Richard was using that on the Lex Luthor team. Remember, he would have Lex sidestep over, call a guy, and they do their thing, and then the little Pog in the back would call Lex back, and he'd poof the ID, and now they can't retail. So we needed to do something, and it's been a long time coming. I know Adam and PJ and like Easton, for that matter, were kind of like, hey, we should at least consider, banning that because it's too much. Once Adam showed me, like, look, besides those guys, you can do this with, because I told him, well, don't you need to invest in the KC guys or Uatu? And he goes, well, you can just do it with a pocket tank, and then it's even harder. And then it's even easier because not anybody can just do it for 8-10
And points. Now with the Atom and the Micron.
Yes, but I mean, you can do that. Points. But the main point, the thing is, the minimal investment for maximum reward is ripe for abuse. So it can't be too efficient. I think that's the right thing. It's the right way to say it. It's too efficient for the format because you're only spending 10 points. There isn't any considerable amount of investment. If there was no pocket tank, or if there was no bat signal, or if those two pieces together, or any combination of those two pieces where you need to do that combo was like 50 points, then it wouldn't be an issue because you're paying 1/6 of your team just to do that. But 10 points, man, you could still put resource and ID cards, or terrain and more retails. So that's why. Now, with the issue with why not Storm ID Shield level 7 or Green Arrow? The same argument could be applied. It's the number 1 and 2 and 3 most played ID cards in the format, and they're in every team, let's say. Sure, in some form or another, those are all there. The reason why we need that is because we need something to keep the format binded together where it doesn't just break apart because of these massive defensive measures that makes it impossible for you to deal with. What am I talking about? Unimind. If you load him up with a decoy, he picks super senses, he has invincible, he has imperv, and he has stealth, or like a 21 defense, whatever you want to go. He has all of that and a stop click. Without Storm, without Nick, without Green Arrow, your only answer, or I guess for that matter, Black Widow now, but she's a little bit different. But the main answers, Storm and Green Arrow, because they're kind of relatively cheap, but more so Green Arrow. You have almost no chance to kill Unimind, realistically. Because not only do you have to go through all that, but he has a stop click on top of that. And then you have to go through it again. If that became the norm, then every single person would just load up a tent pole and just march them out. And then we're playing like one-on-one Heroclix with my guy loaded up against your guy loaded up. And that's not fun. Because the format is only going to be tent poles. Tent poles are one-man armies. That's it. Nothing else. With Green Arrow and Black Widow and Storm, at least you have a chance. They can still roll out with shape change and super senses, but if they don't, at least you have a shot, right? You still got to hit. Yeah, you still got to hit. Black Widow is a little bit more impressive. However, she's 100 points, so it's not like you can just play it on your, mini shredder team. You got to have like a higher point guy on your team. Also, she doesn't just like inherently stop their defense. She just says you can't use what you don't have. Well, if you just have invincible, you still have invincible. Like Green Arrow just turns it off, right? So it is easier to fight against Black Widow, because if your defense changes from invincible to invuln, you still have invuln, and now you have that. She just makes it so that you're not going to get the 21 defense. You're not going to have the shape change to decoy, whatever. So it is a balance, right? Like, do you want to play Green Arrow where they can roll super sensitive shape change, or do you want to play Black Widow where they can't use super sensitive shape change, but they have invincible and stuff like that, right?
It keeps things balanced.
Without those, it's going to get degenerate. In Magic, for anybody who watches or follows Magic or knows anything about it at all, Green Arrow, ID card, and Black Widow and Storm. I think Storm to a lesser extent, because there's a lot of protected pulse wave. Whether it's stop clicks or just people just having protected pulse wave. Stop clicks more so than anything, right? Because like you're not going to be able to pulse wave Unimind. You're not going to be able to pulse wave. So you're not going to be. It's going to be hard to do all that. Number one, but in Magic, there's a card called Force of Will in Legacy, and that has been over the years been called the it's the glue that binds the format. That's the
discard one card, counters target spell.
Yeah. So don't want to have to go into the Magic mechanics of it, but without that card, all the combo decks would run rampant, and all the like everything would just run out of control because there's no way to check them. There's no way to stop it. If we don't have that for bronze, then the same thing would happen. And in this case, the combo decks are the tent poles, because now you just load them up. Just like how, like when Tony's playing Thor, like Silver Surfer, all that, right? You just load them all up, right? Without those, you just can't. You're like never gonna beat that. Now, the argument of, and I remember Matt Esbrook specifically wrote this a couple times, and I think he refused to acknowledge it because it didn't fit his argument. So we're gonna go over it. I believe he said there hasn't been an OMA or tentpole not only doing well, like not doing well, but not winning events in bronze. Do you remember when he wrote that? He specifically wrote that. There was another guy that said they asked those same questions. Sure enough, Steve, Jesse, a bunch of people like, no, it did. They but they didn't address it. So, if you guys are listening, let's address it. Jeff, can you bring up the winning stuff from here on the our mock top lists?
Yeah.
Let's go over the recent ones, shall we? Keep in mind that for the regular bronze, Green Arrow and Storm and Black Widow are legal. Let's look at Smash Rat. What's the first place team?
Hey, Goblin King.
Wait a minute.
What?
It's hold on. Hold on. Just go so I can see it. Okay. Goblin King at 275, as Guardian Shield, Cyclops ID, Yellow Battery. If that doesn't kill your argument on the spot and you don't want to address that, then we have nothing to talk about, because you need to at least acknowledge that this is like, this kills what you just said, because you literally asked, has there been an OMA, his words, an OMA won a trial or a quote unquote major. So this is a major for trial. Yes. Yeah. This was 718. That's with a field of people having the option, access to Green Arrow, Black Widow, whatever. Now let's look at the bronze for what was the one that? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer, Parallax, Split Lip, Millennium Necklace, and Grizz Hammer, Bat Signal, and the Yellow Battery. Tony won with this. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you can't win, because the last two events, Mach 14 and the trial.
He crushed Matt with his team, if I remember correctly.
See, but like the literal argument killer of
right here, just two.
You can't remember, it's you can't win with an OMA or tentpole in bronze. Well, these two events prove otherwise. So I don't know what. I don't understand like that. What? Of course, if you want to change the argument, you can change the argument. But I'm just going by what they said. And this shows
within the past month, 2 OMAs have won.
Yes. And now you know what's going to happen, because they won. The metagame can shift to see how they can beat these type of teams, and now you'll see maybe they don't. And then when these leave the format, and then something else wins, and these types of teams will come back, and then they'll win. And that's the rock paper scissors format that you want, so that it's not the same old teams winning.
Yeah,
I mean, you could just see this week, right? Rob won with Fantastic Four, like,
right?
You know,
+5 theme Fantastic Four. Yeah. I haven't seen one of those in.
So it's not. So if the argument is it's going to be bland because you always see them, this is not true, because we've seen OMAs, we've seen balanced teams, we've seen little, like combo teams, whatever you want to call it. But without them, it will be bland. I guarantee that. Now, in the future, if something else comes out that makes, in conjunction with it, just makes it impossible, then we could look at it. But for the time being, we need Green Arrow in the format. Also, I mean, it's not that hard, it's not that easy to just kill these things with him. I mean, it can be, but it really isn't, because, Indigo Battery makes it hard to hit. If they're playing Nighthawk Prime, how are you going to get your bonus? You can't kill them. If they have Peace Machine, you can't kill. It's going to take multiple. Yeah. Shape Change, Super Senses, Mastermind. Like he can't kill Darkseid. Am I right?
Because I got some Mastermind fodder, I'm good.
Yeah. There's that.
Triples for days.
So I don't see that. If you want to say something else, then we could talk about that. But this was their base. This is the basis of their entire. It wasn't just Matt. It was another guy that didn't play for me.
I feel like it's like they personally don't like Green Arrow.
Yeah, and that's fine. If they say, you know what, screw it, I hate Green Arrow. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna have this bias. And like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
that's fine. But the other guy that was making that, I forget who it was, but like I don't even think I played it in any of our events ever. So the fact that he was even there to even comment on it, which is kind of cool, because that means he found us.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh man, you
always appreciate the feedback.
Played it. You never played in this format, so you don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. I was going to write an article on it, but might as well just talk about it now. I guess I could do a brief summary when we do. I write an article on why we did that.
Yeah.
But I think that covered it enough.
No, I think that was a thorough explanation.
Yeah, but for sure, if the other side, if their main thing was just too many people playing it, I agree. There's too many people playing it. But then that also means you can adapt the format, like you can adapt teams so that they become irrelevant.
And not every team can use a Green Arrow or Storm ID. Like the Justice League team,
Yep.
The Micron team doesn't have a high enough
figure it doesn't, right,
to do it.
Also, doesn't Rob's team top off at 70 points?
Yeah.
So he didn't even get to play it on his team.
Yeah, it was Franklin.
Okay. So if the
Rob rarely uses IDs.
So that that clearly kills even more of the argument, because he's winning without it.
Exactly.
So you're winning with it, you're winning without it, but like he can still it shows that not every team that's winning has it. I think that's what the other one. Every team that's winning has Green Arrow. Well, not that one.
Not true.
Also, Goblin King has no Green Arrow in his team.
This is a fact.
So I mean, I don't know what else.
Yeah. So
it could try, but look, I appreciate the feedback though, and I love the debate. That's why I didn't say anything. I was like, I love it. I like the feedback because we want to hear back. We want to hear what they have to say about it. And I think it was a really good discussion, and it was really cool that everybody was like very nice and civil to each other. They weren't assholes.
Which you see so often these days on the internet.
Yeah. Jesus. Especially on the ROC events. Good God.
Everyone seems so angry over there all the time.
Yeah, I know, man. I don't know. That's rough, dude. That's rough.
Yeah, it's like emotional roller coaster. Some people don't have the mental stability for that.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
we'll finish off with our new. So, we slimmed down the modern map list for the important ones that we feel are important or that people wanted to see that they haven't seen, and then as we go, we'll add the new modern maps.
As we go, yep.
We'll have to add the Masters of Evil starter one on here too, because I don't think it's on here. Did we update it?
I don't know what it's called. It's probably not.
Yeah, we'll add those.
Wait, hold on. Do the Masters of Evil have location bonus or no?
I can't remember. There's like 4
because if it did, then we did add it.
Okay.
Because remember up top it says all
smart
location
ass.
Bonus. But if it doesn't, then we have to add it.
Yeah. So we have Agents Lobby, which is now legal. It was a winnable for the past couple months. Temple of the Idol, Flashpoint Flood, Light Cycle, Battle Arena, Ice Planet. If you guys want to purchase those, contact Pat or myself, and we can get you get those in your hand. And then, of course, Arcade's Arena from our Bronze Age map list is always going to be on there. Arcade, we've learned, is such an integral part of this format, especially with the high Justice League teams that are going on now. It is a necessity, and that map and that figure is not going to go anywhere.
Yes.
So for the new maps from our Bronze Age rotation, we have from Incredible Hulk, Gamma Range. So this is as old as the maps are going to get, right? Oh no, there's Superman. Superman.
That's the only older map is Superman.
Yeah. And I think we've looked through those. So I don't know if we're going to get to those. So No Man's Land. Okay. Yeah.
Robinson Park,
Robinson Park post.
This is the one we're talking about. It's outdoor that has elevation. It's got a bunch of dips and stuff. Really there's
cool
like
map.
There's like a blocking in the middle, so that's pretty cool.
So the veteran players will remember. Hopefully they enjoyed it, and then the newer players go check it out. Invincible Iron Man, right?
Yep.
Okay, shouldn't that be 2 eyes?
Yeah, it should be 2 eyes.
Avengers Island. So that one has the one with the indoor in the middle, right?
It's the half of it's indoor and half is outdoor, and the other half is like the water. It's like the beach.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay.
Inside, yeah.
So a lot of variety.
Yeah.
Wundagore Mountains from AVX. This is one that I wanted on last time. That just barely missed out. There are a lot of different terrain changes in it. Should be fun to play on. And then our indoor map, WizKids Sporting Arena.
Yep, Sporting Arena. And so now you get your bonus if you want to put the boxing ring in there.
Hey, it's good.
So that's good. Hopefully this will definitely spice up the map. Of course, we're still going to see a lot of light cycle, and I expect to see a bit more Agents Lobby.
I think
it is an indoor map it's fairly open, but it has a lot of strategic points to move around.
I definitely see Agents Lobby going up, and I also see Sentinel Factory.
Yeah.
It will be my prediction from the WizKids maps.
Cool. All right. Well,
nice, man.
I think we talked for long enough. I think
I think we covered it all.
I think we made the point on the bad signal. But look, then that's not to say that we're not going to look at it again in a
6 months, future, 5-6 months,
or or no, even less if it gets too bad. But for now, I think it's pretty healthy because we're having a variety of teams win.
Yes.
So it wasn't like earlier when it got kind of dicey when it was just robots.
Yeah.
Notice how it was like variations of robots. Whether it was green robots, sapphire robots, or this, you're like, oh my god, it's just robots everywhere.
Like, guys, try something else.
Yeah, and then once it started to like pan out, like okay, then what's really cool about that was the format adjusted and adapted to
the robots.
And I don't know if you can say that very, very often in modern because you just don't have that much to choose from. Where in here you just have a crap load. You just have like, it's almost like it might as well just be like an infinity well. You just keep
endless.
Keep looking in there, just find something.
Well of resources, knowledge. There's so many different ways to go about it. Yeah.
So, awesome. So before my computer dies, Jeff.
Right. So, mate,
we got to sign off until next week. So when in doubt, guys. Perplexity attack.
Don't forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.
Shake it, Cali. West Coast.